Want to take you out to DeKalb County Jail, where we learned 3 inmates have escaped. Our Rob D'Arienzo can pick it up from there. I want him to tell you a little bit more about what we're hearing about this incident. Rob?
Hey there, Judea. Good morning to you as this garbage truck goes by. Forgive me. Some pretty serious situation down here at the DeKalb County Jail this morning. We're hearing 3 inmates managed to escape custody, and the sheriff's office tells us that at this hour they believe that these inmates should be considered dangerous and potentially armed. I want to put up a picture of these 3 gentlemen on the screen so you can keep an eye out for them. Authorities identified the escapees as 31-year-old Yusuf Minor. He faces 2 counts of armed robbery. Then there's 24-year-old Stevenson Charles, who is charged with murder and armed robbery, and 2 counts of possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. And then there's 25-year-old Naud Yahones, who is charged with simple assault, arson, and unlawful acts of violence in a penal institution. Now, the sheriff's office tells us they realized that these fugitives were missing during a routine security check earlier this morning. They say the internal security teams immediately began searching the area and now are working with other local law enforcement agencies to locate and apprehend the fugitives. But as you can imagine, back out here live, there's a degree of concern in the DeKalb County community. What I find interesting at this point, though, is it doesn't seem like things are too out of the ordinary just to the naked eye. We do know that the chopper that DeKalb County Sheriff's Office has is currently on the roof over there, and we haven't seen too much activity this morning in terms of a search. We don't know if deputies or authorities have an idea of roughly where these 3 men can be. But again, very serious charges these men face, and now they appear to be out on the run. A lot of unanswered questions at this point, Judea. We're hoping to gather more information about exactly how these guys were managed to escape custody here early this morning. Hopefully we'll bring that to you later today. Judea.
Got it. And Rob, I do want to let our audience know, like, you just got out to the scene. This is all really fresh information. We just got those images. We're getting them out to you as quickly as we can. So of course, yes, there are still a lot of questions that we have in this case. We're still trying to figure out. Hopefully, maybe you can bring us some updates later on in the stream. But I do want to ask you one question. Have you gotten to hear from the sheriff's office? Have they released any kind of statement on, what happened from their words?
Well, Judea, as you mentioned, they did release a press release about an hour or so, or maybe within the hour, just announcing that these 3 inmates were escaped. We had received tips into our newsroom earlier this morning, but we were working to confirm that. We got that confirmation within the hour, but they otherwise, just based on the or outside of the bare bones, the basic information of these inmates and the charges they face, we really don't know a lot in terms of the search efforts. Again, how these guys were able to get out of DeKalb County Sheriff's Office custody and the circumstances surrounding it. So there are a lot of unanswered questions. The DeKalb County Sheriff's Office says at this point they're not going to be making any other statements. So we are trying to figure out a lot of these unanswered questions at this point, but we just have the basic information. As you mentioned, we got it roughly within the last hour, just talking about the basic incident and the specifics surrounding it. And I'm actually seeing DeKalb County Police and other unmarked law enforcement vehicles travel by, perhaps to set up a perimeter in the area. But outside of that, we haven't seen too much in terms of an extraordinary law enforcement presence out here outside of the jail this morning. So we are hoping that they will say more at some point throughout the day.
Rob, thank you so much for getting out there so quickly, being able to make it on the stream with us and give us the latest information. If we can come back to me in studio, because I do have a tip line where you guys can leave your information or any information that you may have. That information that you can send to will be the Sheriff's Office Fugitive Tip Line. It's going to be, the number is 404-298-8200. And so essentially what they're looking for there, they're hoping that anybody has seen those 3 individuals that we told you about. Actually, can we pull back up the graphic that has the 3 mugshots? I want to get you guys a good look at these young men. So again, you see them on your screen there. If you know these 3 people, have any idea where they could be, if you see them, for one, officers are telling you not to engage at all with them. They may be armed and they should be considered dangerous at this point in time. But if you do see them, you can call the police. And again, that Sheriff's Office Fugitive Tip Line is 404-298-8200. Hoping that somebody out there knows something.